We are supposed to find all solutions for this triangle, and we're given two sides and an angle that's not between them. So this is the side-side angle situation. At a glance, I know this is side-side angle as opposed to like side angle side, which also has two sides and an angle. Because see how these match? A and A? That always happens. The angle will match one of the sides when it's side-side angle. Anyway, this is important because this is the ambiguous case where we don't actually know if there will be any solutions at all, or there could be a double solution. There might be two separate triangles, or there could be only one triangle. We don't know. So we really have to be careful and investigate. Okay, so let's start by drawing a horizontal line. And always start by putting your angle that they gave you on the left. Okay, so they gave us the 58-degree angle right here. That is angle A. Now, across from that angle, go ahead and put a dotted line because we don't actually know if this will form a triangle or not. But this is side A since it's across from angle A, and we know that is 26. Now, I think of this as a rope because it's sort of, it could swing back and forth. It could be here, it could be there, and it may or may not reach. So if I talk about a rope, I'm talking about this unknown side right here. The other side, always put that on the left. So I'm going to put the 29 right here. That's side B, which means that this is angle B, which means that this is angle C up here. Okay? So let's make a list of the things that we need to find. We need to find angle B, angle C, and side C. So we need to find angle B and angle C and side C, which I'll put like as smaller. Maybe I'll put angle signs in front of these to make it extra clear. Angle B, angle C, and side C. Okay, so let's just find these things in that order. So I'm going to use the law of sines. Actually, first I have to check to see if I can make a triangle at all. Okay, so the way you can check to see if you can have a triangle is by finding the height of the triangle. Alright, so the height, I'll call it h for a minute. The height is always going to be r sine theta. Okay, now when I say r, I'm talking about the other side. Okay, I'm thinking of it like a radius. So the height is going to be 29 sine 58. So you can just put that in your calculator and see what you have. Make sure you're in degree mode and not radian mode. So this is 24.6. Okay, the point of finding this height is just to make sure that your rope is long enough to reach the ground. Alright, so the height of the triangle is 24.6. Will the rope reach the ground? Yes, 26 is longer than 24.6. So the rope will reach the ground. So that means we will have at least one triangle. So we don't have to worry about no solution. The rope is long enough. Okay, so now we have to ask ourselves, will there be one triangle or two triangles? Well, the way there could be two triangles is if, in addition to the triangle that we already have out here. Okay, this is one triangle. We're all set. Is it possible that we could have another triangle that would be formed by putting the rope on the inside like this? Well, the rope is 26. So the question is, will 26 fit underneath 29? Yes, it will. All right. It has to be small enough to fit between the height and the other side. So because this is less than 29, it will fit. So we will have two triangles, one outer triangle and one inner triangle. Okay. So right there, just based on the fact that we have two triangles, and this is the only option that features two triangles, I already know that this is going to be the answer. All right, it's the only one that has two triangles. So if this were a real quiz, I would stop right here and choose choice C. But I'm going to keep going just to show you how to find these answers. So I told you that we could form another triangle, a little skinny triangle, by putting the rope on the inside. So I'm just going to draw that. Okay, so here's the skinny triangle. So here's A, and we have the 29, and here's C. Okay, now I'm going to call this B2. So it's different from the first one. In fact, I think I will call this B1. So we have B1, and we will also have B2. Okay, and by the way, side C has two different lengths. Okay, so we're gonna have B1 and angle C1 and side C1, and then we'll have angle B2 and angle C2 and side C2. Okay, so first let's solve the first triangle. So we're going to use the law of sines. So let's find angle B1 first. So if I want to find an angle, I'm going to put my angle in the top. So I'm going to say 58 over the sine. No, okay, that's the angle. So I'm supposed to say sine 58. Let me try that again. This is the angle. So I do sine of 58 over the opposite side, which is 26. Okay, now I'm going after angle B here. So I'm going to say sine of angle B1. Okay, over the opposite side, which is 29. So next I would multiply both sides by 29. Okay, that's going to cancel out these 29s. Okay, so that's going to get sine of B1 by itself. Let's go ahead and put all of this in the calculator right now. Already forgot what it was. 29 sine 58. Close your parentheses. Divided by 26. Alright, let's go ahead and keep 4 decimals for now. So 0.9459. Got to round up. 0.9459. And that equals sine of B1. So if I want to find angle B1, I need to do the inverse sine of this. So this will be the inverse sine of 0.9459. Okay, so I'm going to do the inverse sine of 0.9459. And that's giving me 71.06. Let's call it 71.1. Okay, so that's B1, 71.1. Okay, now if I want to find angle C, well, I know 2 out of 3 angles, so to find the third, I can just subtract from 180. Alright, because this one is 71.1. They all have to add up to 180. So I can just do 180 minus, what was it, 58? Minus 71.1. So that leaves 50.9 for angle C, well, angle C1. Okay, now let's find side C1. I'm going to erase all of this so I have space. Okay, so here I'm going to use the law of sines again. I'm still going to use these two numbers, but since I'm looking for a side, I'm going to put the side on the top this time. So we'll have 26 over the sine of 58 is equal to C1 over the sine of angle C, so the sine of 50.9. Okay, so I'm just trying to get C1 by itself. So all I have to do is multiply both sides by sine 50.9. Okay, that way the sine 50.9s will cancel each other out. That leaves C1 by itself. So I can just put all this in my calculator. So 26 sine 50.9 close your parentheses, divided by sine 58. So I'm getting 23.8. Okay, so I've got 23.8. All right, so we solved the first triangle. So now it's time to solve the second triangle. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll change the colors. I'll change the colors to match the triangles. So, oh, by the way, we already know that this is 58. That doesn't change. So we need to find angle B2 and angle C2 and side C2. All right, let's start with angle B2. Now, this is like a rule that you just have to remember. Once you have found the first angle and you're switching over to the second triangle, the outer angle and then the inner angle are supplementary. These two have to add up to 180. Okay, so B1 and B2 are always going to be supplementary to each other. So since B1 is 71.1, to find B2, I'm just going to go 180 minus 71.1. Got a little extra character there. Okay, so that's going to give me 108.9. Okay, again, B1 and B2, you know, the outer angle and then the one that you get, you know, the acute angle and the obtuse angle that have the same letter, those are always supplementary. All right, so now the rest of this will just be the law of sines all over again. Okay, so next let's find, well actually, okay, now that I have that angle B2 is 108.9, so I have 2 out of 3 angles, so I can just subtract from 180 again. So if I do 180 minus 58 minus 108.9, that's 13.1. All right, so that tells me that this angle is 13.1. All right, so that's angle C2. All right, so that just leaves side C2. When we're finding sides, we put sides on the top. So remember the same pair we've been using for the entire problem, we're going to use it again. But we'll put sides on the top. So 26 over sine 58 is going to equal C2, that's side C2, over the sine of 13.1. Okay, and again, to solve this, I just have to multiply both sides by sine 13.1. That way sine 13.1 cancels out, leaving C2 all by itself. Okay, so this will leave us with C2. Alright, so 26 sine 13.1. Divided by sine 58. Alright, and that is 6.9. Okay, now let's compare these answers to what we got like 10 minutes ago when we decided that we already knew the answer was going to be C. 71.1, 50.9, 23.8, yep. 108.9, 13.1, 6.9. We nailed it. Oh, I guess we should actually check the official answer. Would have been real funny if that wasn't C.